Hello, everyone. Okay, I think we're officially live. I was like, ah. Hi, everybody. Let me just get my camera good and we will be ready to go. So, this is me. I'm back. Back live and here for Resonant Essentials. I am Johanna. I am the astrologer at Resonant Essentials, and I have been on a hiatus for my weekly forecast for a good amount of time, a few months. I actually think the last video I made was a commitment to do this consistently every single week, and that was the last video I made. So I apologize for dropping the ball on that, but I'm very happy to be back to do the astrology forecast. And once again, I am the astrologer at Resonant Essentials in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we have a wonderful little center here where we have energy healers, we have psychics, we have astrologers. We also have the home of the Albuquerque Astrology Group at Resonant Essentials. So it's a very wonderful little place. If you're in Albuquerque, come by and check it out in the Northeast Heights. It's Resonant Essentials. So I think we are live. I don't see anybody in the chat yet. I see two people watching. If you're here, say something and I will try to respond. If you, this is the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube, so I apologize if I'm a little new at this. So I have a very old Mac and it was not happy with my browser, so I had to switch to another one. So that's why I was a little bit late, but hi, Amber. Yay. Super excited to see you. So, yes, what we do every week on the Orbital Astrology Forecast is talk about the transits, what is a transit? In astrology, the transit is what is happening currently in the sky. So, where is the position of the planet in relationship to the Earth? So, we talk about the transits as the planets moving through the zodiac. Some of the planets move fast, some of them move slow, some of them go retrograde. And as you all know, we are dealing with lots of different retrogrades all the time. And we will be talking about that a little bit in the future. But for today, we're talking about an event that just happened, which is the new moon in Taurus, which was yesterday, which also happened to be an eclipse. So we had a solar eclipse. There's always going to be a solar eclipse associated with a new moon, and the lunar eclipses are associated with the full moon. So that means that we have kicked off an entirely new eclipse season. So we will have the solar eclipse in Taurus, where we just had it yesterday on the 30th of April. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So that'll be very exciting. And yeah, so what does that mean? What does the astrology signify for that? So last night we talked about the energy of Taurus, which is what we currently are in right now. We call the season that we're in when the sun moves through that sign of the zodiac. So we're currently in Taurus season. So the sun is at 10 degrees Taurus, and last night the moon was at 10 degrees Taurus, which created a new moon. And so that means it's kicking off an entirely new cycle for the next 28 days, for the next 9 months, for the next 18 months. If you think about the bigger cycles of the moon, they're all in 9-month periods. So that means in 9 months, we're going to be having a Taurus first quarter moon. And then in 18 months, we'll have the Taurus full moon that's associated with this eclipse that just happened. So that's very exciting. So whatever you did last night, you also can do some sort of magical ritual or some sort of intention setting, which you can do with any new moon. Just have a caveat because eclipses are very unpredictable. So if you would like to set your intentions for the next 28 days or for the next 9 months or the 18 months cycle, just keep in mind that things may come up that are unexpected. So it's kind of that be careful what you wish for type energy, because things may actually come up that you had no idea, that were totally out of the blue. You may have some curveballs thrown at you during the intention setting. So you can also sort of offer up the possibilities to the universe to bring them to you, so you don't have such a narrow view of what this intention you want to do or what manifesting you want to do with this energy. You can say, oh, I would really love this to happen in my life, but if there's something better that could show up in a different version or a different way, then that's totally fine with me. So just offering up that possibility, releasing your control on your specific desire, and letting the universe sort of take over and do that. So that's the energy of what was happening yesterday, last night. So it's kicking off this incredibly um, potent new cycle. And that eclipse energy is, like I said, very unpredictable, but it's very also pivotal and poignant. So eclipses often signify new things coming into our life or things leaving. It's kind of like the door has been opened for something to come in or for something to leave. Basically, you don't know what's going to happen, but the door's open. We're in this sort of like portal between the two eclipses. Um, you can call it whatever, you can call it the vortex, call it um, I use hula hoops with my astrology, so I like to think of myself as in the eclipse tunnel, in the circle of the eclipses, because they actually move across the sun and the moon. They completely block out the energy in a circle over the moon and the sun. So that's already happened. Just sort of wanted to talk about where we're coming from, where this week is going to start kicking off. So it's going to be exciting because now that we're in this eclipse energy, everything seems a little bit wilder, a little bit more, um, yeah, like what's going to happen? We don't know. It's going to be very interesting. So pay attention to things that are coming up for you that seem a little bit out of the ordinary. Like, oh, well, I didn't think that was going to happen, or I didn't expect that to happen. So, um, one thing that's happening today is there's an interesting alignment with Pluto and Venus. Pluto just went retrograde, so that is going to give us the opportunity to think about how far we've come in our evolutionary process. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, and it's finally at the very very end of Capricorn. It's going to be moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius next year. So that's a big deal. When the slowest moving planet finally leaves the sign, that is going to be a huge process. So to prepare us for that next year, this retrograde period that started yesterday or the day before, the 29th, not the 30th. So we're already in the Pluto retrograde, and that really is this sort of grinding to a halt of the energy of Pluto. And it's very, very intense. So if you're feeling like pressure is being put on you to really think about your identity, who you are, how you're growing, how you're maturing, um, Pluto is the planet of death, so there can be some issues coming up with our own mortality and you know, how small we really are on this planet and how small our planet is in the bigger picture. So there is that sort of like, we may feel a little bit intimidated by that energy. However, if you internalize this and start thinking about your own evolution, how were you in 2008? I mean, it's a long time ago. How far have you come since then? Are you a completely different person since you were in 2008? Um, I know I am. For sure, I am. Uh, I mean, I have had two children in that time period. So that's an incredibly big part about my evolution in the past, what, uh, almost 16 years, I guess, 14 years, I guess. So we are setting up the situation where we should really start thinking about it, like the process of aging, the process of growing, the process of evolving is very much on our minds. And today we have this interesting alignment with Venus and Pluto coming into a sextile. Now, what is a sextile? In astrology, a sextile is a positive relationship between two planets. It's not as strong as the trine aspect, which is the most positive aspect. It is kind of a lower vibration or a less intense aspect going on. It is an opportunity, though, for that good thing or the positive thing to come about. So, with Venus involved, we talk about Venus as being love, relationships, beauty, art, also compassion. So this doesn't have to be a relationship that you're in. It can also be your relationship with yourself and how you feel about yourself. So we have this opportunity to infuse this evolutionary energy, this transformative energy of Pluto that's sometimes very heavy, but very important. So if you have a relationship that you're working on or you're in, or you have something that you would like to transform, or something that you would like to really get serious about, today's a great day to have a talk if you have to have a serious talk with somebody, because there's much more of a loving, supportive attitude behind that seriousness. It's not like you're going to come at somebody like, all right, let's sit down, let's talk, we have to do it now, blah, 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 blah. You have more of that Venusian support involved. So this doesn't actually have to be a conversation you have with somebody. It can be any aspect of love. It can be an aspect of, yes, like yourself, your self-love, your self-compassion. It can be an aspect of whatever passion project you're working on. It can be your relationship with anything related to beauty. So this could be your own beauty um, process. This could be an art form that you're working on. This could be, anything that you're really uh, is like a sensory aspect. So it can be gardening, it can be cooking, it could be, that's the type of stuff that Venus is related to. But if you really are interested in focusing on heart centered things, that's a great day. Today's a great day to work on that. Um, it is going to be very intense, whatever you do decide, but it's not going to be overwhelming. It's going to be a good supportive atmosphere to do something that you may really need to focus seriously on. Yeah, so if you've been thinking like, oh, I really have wanted to like learn how to knit, or I really want to learn how to paint, or I really really want to learn how to hula hoop, you can say, today I'm going to get serious and actually do that. So that's the type of energy that's happening with this Pluto sextile to Venus today. So we're in May 1st. This first week of May is going to be very interesting because we're having some planets move into new signs. We're also going to have a lot of the sextile energy. So there's a lot of opportunity this week to really harness the two planetary energies that are combining and fulfill the thing that you would like to do. Desire is also another great Venus word. So whatever you're desiring to do, that today's a great day to do that, to put your intentions out there and really in on it. So for next week, today is Sunday the 1st, tomorrow, Monday the 2nd. The moon moves into the moon moves into Gemini tomorrow. So wherever you have Gemini in your natal chart, you can look and see that's where this sort of emotional energy is going to be activated for you. The moon moves through every single sign in about 2.5 days. So it's a very quick moving event or a transit. So wherever you have Gemini in your chart, so if you don't know where Gemini is in your chart, you can comment and I can give you the link to get a free chart that I'm happy to offer anyone, so they can understand how these transits are affecting them personally. So tomorrow we have we have the moon moving into Gemini. So all those Gemini moons who are getting activated, you're gonna have a nice little fun day. The bigger event, though, because the moon is moving, so quickly through the signs, the bigger event is that Venus is finally leaving the sign of Pisces and moving into Aries. So, depending on how you feel about Aries and Pisces, this can be it's going to be quite a shift. The shift between Pisces and Aries is really stark. It's a very very big contrast. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. Aries is the first sign. So it's almost like a restarting, a rebirth, a redoing of the entire cycle of the zodiac. Pisces is kind of like that final exhale, the final transition, the final leaving, evolving, mutating, dissolving. So there's a real endingness to Pisces, and there's a real beginningness to Aries. So it's kind of like, um, the dust in the wind song, right? It's that real like melancholy aspect of Pisces, sort of slowly dissolving like sea foam and going away. Aries is 100% 180 different type of energy. It's a fire sign, it's a cardinal sign, so it's like waking up, giving birth, ready to go. That's the type of energy we are shifting into. And since Venus is so much associated with love and relationships and um, how we feel about ourselves and how we experience the world, how we create beauty, how we create artistry and appreciate all of those things, how we receive things. Um, it's moving from this very sort of calm and gentle Pisces energy into like in your face energy. So this desire of Venus is much less, it's not subdued anymore. It's not gentle anymore. It's like, okay, well, time to go. I want that. I want it. I see it. I want it. I'm going to get it. So if you've been waiting for some major motivation, now is your time, especially in any sort of Venus area. So if you have, any sort of artistic project or any sort of relationship or any sort of um, area of desire, you're really going to feel this starting tomorrow on Monday. So Venus in Pisces is kind of like that beautiful mermaid energy. Venus in Aries is like that warrior queen energy. So it's a huge difference. I personally love the Venus in Pisces. I mean, Venus is very happy in Pisces. She's like a queen. When she moves into Aries, she's not afraid to get dirty and maybe a little in your face. So that can definitely be difficult. So you can, but at the same time, very motivating. So if you've been waiting for that oomph of ready to go get it done, that's going to be starting on Monday. And Venus will be in Aries for the majority of April. I think almost the entire month, if not longer. But it's going to be quite a shift. So exciting, goods and bads, right? We're going to be moving away from like la la loving traditional femininity to more like badassery femininity. So that's happening tomorrow. There's also a sextile on Tuesday the 3rd between Jupiter and Pluto. So once again, we are getting another opportunity to really intensify our desire for good. If we would like to work on something or bring something into the world that benefits somebody else, it's a really great day to sort of um, seriously think about what does it mean to be a teacher? What does it mean to be a mentor? What does it mean to be in service to somebody else and increase somebody else's well-being, their value, their whatever? Jupiter is about giving a gift to somebody or receiving a gift of your own. Jupiter is also the planet of luck. So that can be a very serious reevaluation because Pluto is retrograde. So this is once again, you may have to relook at something that you've been doing as far as your um, beneficence to anybody. So this can be any sort of relationship you have. It can also be your own exploration of what it means to be a teacher, what it means to be a leader or somebody who does good for others, or it's somebody doing good for you. So there could be a very serious shift in that on Tuesday. So it's a good opportunity. It may be a little intense, but it's a good opportunity to look at that. Wednesday, the moon moves into Cancer, and we have another sextile with Mars and Uranus. So Uranus is going to be kind of a big theme right in the middle of the week for Wednesday the 4th and Thursday the 5th. So that is Cinco de Mayo, right? So Thursday the 5th, we have what's called a cazimi, when that means there is a conjunction with a planet and the sun. So that means the sun and the planet are going to be at the exact same degree of the zodiac. And when that happens, there's a great opportunity for that planet to be infused with the energy of that sun. So that's what a cazimi is. So Cinco de Mayo might be kind of an exciting day. It might be kind of electric. Uranus is the planet of new ideas and movement, and it can be a little bit disruptive. It's like the person who doesn't like the norm. It's the person who's kind of the outsider or the eccentric person. It can be kind of unexpected. So we are in eclipse season again, right? So the middle part of the week could be a little bit something might, you didn't see that coming. Or so if you have Cinco de Mayo plans, the party may get a little bit exciting. So that could be something that happens for everybody on Cinco de Mayo. The moon, like I said, moved into Cancer on Wednesday the 4th. There is a sextile between Mars and Uranus, which can also bring sort of unexpected assertiveness, unexpected um, action and motivation. So yeah, definitely. So the metaphysics of money class, that's a great thing um, to think about. So that's happening on what, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday is going to be a great time. Right, because we talked about Jupiter being a gift, something who's being someone who's bestowing somebody or somebody who is teaching somebody something. So yeah, great day to take a class that could really transform your life because Pluto is all about transformation. So yes, if you're going to take the metaphysics and money class, Tuesday is a great day to do that. It could be a really big breakthrough for some people. So yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, a little bit more exciting, a little bit more out there, a little bit more if you're not looking to get into a conflict with somebody, maybe stay home on those days. If you're like, I need to get out, I need to just like I don't care about what people think about me. I don't care what people are doing. I'm just going to go do my own thing. That's kind of the energy of Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we have another sextile, but this one is between Venus and Mercury. So that's a good conversation to have. Maybe a follow up conversation to what you started today. If you wanted to have that serious conversation with somebody today, or really think about your own evolution of your relationship, next Friday could be the follow up with conversation with that. It's a good it's good for communication because it's involved with Mercury. And it's also very much a loving communication because Venus is supporting what Mercury wants to say. So if you, break the news to somebody something serious today, Friday is the day you can be like checking in on with them, making sure they're okay. Uh, Whatever conversations you want to have on Friday will be very supportive and loving. A little feisty because we have that Venus isn't in Pisces anymore. Venus is in Aries, so you may have somebody, a direct conversation with somebody, but yes, in a loving way. Next Saturday we have the Sun in Taurus with a sextile to Mars in Pisces. So that is another sort of supportive possible opportunity to really invigorate your own motivation. So there may be a lot of shifts that happen this week, a lot of like potential aha moments, and then by the time Saturday rolls around, you may decide what you want to do about it. All of the things that you've learned this week, all of the stuff that's been going on, you may finally decide to take action on the stuff that you've learned this week on Saturday, next Saturday. So the moon moves into Leo on Saturday the 7th. And that is it for the week. So, yeah, it's exciting time. It's eclipse season. It's eclipse for the next 2 weeks. We're in the between the two eclipses. So, I wish you all amazing aha moments. I wish you all any sort of pursuits that you would like to do this week and get the most out of that and use these dates to actually absorb the energy in the most positive way. Um, of course, if you would like to book a reading with me, I can look at the specifics of your own chart and how this actually interacts with you and all of the planetary transits. So, yes, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can do that at resonantessentials.com. And remember, all the planets are in orbit, so everything is a cycle. So if you're going through rough times right now, you know that it's not going to be forever. Something is always moving, something is always changing. And as I like to say, when you know the astrology and you understand how the astrology works, then you can create your own orbit. So thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back, and I will see you next Sunday at 3 o'clock. Bye.